Oh no, guys, Mike is back on the mic. He's out there. Okay, guys, so I've had a busy week trying to do these regularly on Wednesdays at the moment. We had the AMC Ape split, which is very interesting. At the moment of recording, let's see what the prices are. We got 733 on Ape, and we got 979. It looks like it's starting to rip. Speaking of which, Money Mike's gonna grab one of each real quick, because I think we can see 100% before the crash, at least, or roughly one of the two. We'll figure it out. So while I'm grabbing that, dropped new music visualizers and new music. Got a lot of stuff out there. So, anyways, guys, are you ready? Are you ready for some like deep web, dark web, even though it's not even dark web stuff? Okay, so I am. And all right, just up to my shares. Okay, so guys, we're gonna go with another AITA today. What I thought would be a total non-issue has ballooned into a huge problem, and I'm up at 7:05 a.m. dealing with it. I figured I figured while I wait for a text, I could post here to see if what I did was really that bad. Okay, so I'm a big fat ass. There's no way around it. I love to eat, which probably borders on addiction. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. My birds won't shut up right now. Yeah, I keep them in the studio. It makes it kind of difficult when I'm recording. So, anyways, I'm a big fat ass. There's no way around it. I love to eat, which probably borders on addiction, but I figure since I'm only hurting myself, it's probably better to just live my life. I have some great friends, although there is no doubt I'm the harmless, funny, token fat guy of the otherwise pretty good looking group. I guess that sets the stage enough. So, last night, my friend hosted UFC and I was invited. He got a 6 foot party sub. I also brought homemade wings. That's sort of my specialty. Well, of course, people flocked to the food, and I had basically one serving of the sandwich. But people devoured my wings, and I didn't get to have a single one, which is totally fine. That's why I brought them. But maybe an hour later, I was starving. I kept eyeing the sandwich, and I'd say there was about 3 feet of it left. I waited an hour, then another half hour, and no one had touched it. But they were still munching on chips, pretzels, and whatnot. So I was like, screw it. I took about half of what was left and ate it. Then the last half sat for another 10 to 15 minutes, and no one said anything, so ate the rest. Well, to be sure, as I was swallowing the last bite, the host's girlfriend asked where the sandwich was. Like I was the guilty party, pretty much everyone pointed at me. I guess they noticed me eating the sandwich. She was furious and said I was an incredible pig and that I had been super selfish to eat 3 feet of a sandwich. I feel so bad. I tried to explain to her that I really did wait over an hour and thought people had lost interest. I also tried to explain how everyone had ate my wings, and she said something along the lines of, "You brought them to share, Alan. If someone had eaten over half by themselves, that's not fucking sharing, is it?" I offered to order pizza and even go get Subways, and she said that it was a pathetic offer because the party sub had been from a local shop owned by her friends. I said I was sorry, but the night was so tense from then on out. I woke up this morning to several texts from my twin sisters, the host's girlfriend's best friends, saying that I had to get my shit under control and that everyone is really mad at me that I embarrassed myself last night. I tried to explain to them what my mindset had been, and they haven't responded. Was I the asshole for eating that much of the sandwich last night? I guess I've been banned from responding, but my inbox has 1,200 notifications, so I can't find out why. To answer what seems to be the most common misconception, this wasn't a Subway party sub, so definitely not 4 times the size of a regular sub. This is a local place, so it's about 1.5 times the width of a regular sub. It's still a ton of food, don't get me wrong, but I can down 5 Subway footlongs in an afternoon easily. This is probably about equivalent to that, not 12 like some people are saying. So, what do you think? Who do you think is the asshole? Interesting. So people are bringing up points. If other people are eating snacks, why didn't he eat some of those snacks? Some people feel bad. Probably has an eating disorder. Interesting. So what do you guys think? Do you think he's the asshole or not? Okay, let's take a break. Let's go to commercial and we'll get back to it. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning back in to Mike on the Mic. And we're going to take a little moment for Money Mike, I guess. So, anyways, on Ape, looks like the technicals are an ascending wedge. So I think a little pop's about to happen. Now, AMC's come back down. We're at 977 right now. And it's kind of hard to tell. I think about 960 we're going to have a bounce and go back up. That's my prediction. Anyways, let's carry on, you know? So, let's see what else we got going on today. So, am I the asshole for telling my always late friends in earlier times so it'd be on time? So I am a 32-year-old female, have been friends with this group of people, 30, 31, 32, since high school. I love them all to death, but Jesus Christ, on a cruise ship, when we plan something, they are always consecutively late. Every time, and it drives me nuts. One year, they almost made us miss our flight home, and they always say they forgot the time and thought they had more and just goofed around. It has gotten to the point where I will meet them because I refuse to get caught up in the drama. Last year, I left on my own accord to the airport because they all passed out and would not wake up. They missed checkout and had to pay for an extra day. Then they barely made it to the airport in time for their flights. Apparently, I'm pushy for ensuring we leave at a certain time, considering traffic, possible accidents, delays, and even looking up shortcuts in case. Throughout the years, sharing a ride with them has almost made me late to work before. Lesson learned, so now I take an extra day off just in case. Our vacations themselves are fun and easygoing. So this vacation was pretty smooth up until the end. We all decided to choose a night where we would plan all of the events. Mine was Friday. It was a fairly relaxing day. I scheduled a petty for 9:30 a.m. and I told them it was at 8:45. They showed up at 9:15 and were surprised we got in so quickly. I reserved a table for us for lunch at 1 p.m. I told them it was 12:30. They arrived at 12:52 with the same reaction. That night I had reserved us a table at this really nice dining establishment for 7:30 and I told them 6:45. They arrived at 7:10. It was a great night. Sunday, when we were going home, I said my goodbyes, checked out my hotel room, and took my separate Uber to the airport for my 2 p.m. flight home. I got home around 8 and turned on my phone to the equivalent to an assault on my group chat. Apparently, they had left late again, and one of them missed their flight, and they were arguing about it. I told my roomie what was going on and what I did, and she said that was rude of me to manipulate their time like that. She knows one of the girls and told her what I did, and now all the girls are mad at me. My Friday scheduling had absolutely nothing to do with one missing their flight. Am I the asshole? Ah, sounds like picking straws or something, you know? Jeez. I would not say she's the asshole. Like, okay. Show up at this time. I know you're going to be up 20 minutes late and we're still there on time. Dot, dot, dot. And that was, let's see, the flight was on Sunday. Her plans that she made were on Friday. No, I don't think she's the asshole. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Do you got friends that are late? Are you the late one? Gotta admit, I'm the late one sometimes. So, let's see what else is going on today. Breaking news, apparently Biden's relieving 10,000 and double that if you had a Pell Grant for student loans, and Mitch McConnell's throwing a fit about it. So, anyways, let's see here. What else do we got? Probably gonna do one more for you, and might call it a day. Let's see what we got. Am I the asshole for embarrassing a lunch thief at work? So pretty much the title. I don't think I am the asshole, but I've been getting some flack for it, so I really want to clear this up. So I started a new job recently. I work in a small studio. There are several others in the building. Think open plan office with sections designed to each other, assigned to each studio. Sorry about that, guys. The person I had an altercation with doesn't work for my studio, just FYI. I eat lunch at 1ish, and most people eat at 12. I came down early to eat at 12 and made coffee, and while at the counter, noticed my Tupperware in the sink empty. Imagine my surprise when I turned around and saw a man I didn't know sitting down at the table with my food on his plate. He had just stuck in the microwave. Acting rationally, since I was mad, I sat down next to him and said, "Hey, that looks good. Mind if I try it?" Then, before waiting for an answer, I yanked the plate away from him and snatched his fork out of his hand. He just blinked in shock, as did the other people there. As I started eating. Ooh, can we turn that down? He then quite loudly asked what I thought I was doing. I replied, "Huh? You know, this was actually much better when I first cooked it. It probably lost some flavor in the fridge." He caught on quickly that it was my food and went a little red. I then asked him where he got the gall to steal someone else's lunch, then asked them what they were doing when they took it back. He stuttered out some nonsense about not knowing it was mine. I replied, "Well, you knew it wasn't yours, right?" He just mumbled something like an apology and said, "That's no problem. It was nice. He'd warmed it up for me at least," in an admittedly bitchy tone. And then he just got up and left, and people there just stared in silence. Two of the silent watchers, maybe his mates, I don't know, told me that I was rude to him and that there had been nicer ways to go about it. I told them to think of how they'd feel if someone ate their food before saying they should focus on their lunch and I'll focus on mine. Well, it's been a little awkward at lunch, and I have the impression a few people are talking shit about me at work now. Maybe I could have been nicer, sure. I still don't think I was wrong, but tell me, Reddit, am I the asshole? Too long didn't read. Lunch thief tried to eat my food in front of me. I took it back and embarrassed him in front of his colleagues. Okay, this blew up. Just want to drop an edit here and say thank you so much for all the comments, support, and awards. It's great to know I wasn't completely overreacting. Maybe I should chat to some people and see if the food thief has struck before. We'll update then if y'all are interested. Otherwise, additional info. I saw some comments saying I should go to HR, but my studio doesn't have HR and the perp doesn't work for the same place. We do have a de facto office manager, but I don't want to take it any further since I'm still new here and on probation. Think my reaction might have been enough. Update. So not sure if anyone wanted an update, but I finally found out from a new friend at work that yes, the lunch thief has struck before. Apparently everyone wrote their names on their lunch to combat this, and the thief then targeted unmarked lunch or lunch items. Guess no one told me. Uh, People apparently started being petty and standoffish to the thief since, and he blames me for that. Also, according to my new friend, most were actually very pleased that the thief was finally identified, dealt with. I was assured that besides the thief in question and his cronies, no one thought I was being a bitch. However, not knowing much about me, assumed I was a very serious and cliquey person from my reaction. Which I mean fair, I dress very professionally when most of the office dress is quite casual, which probably added to that. Think high heels, blouse, and skirt versus shorts, graphic tee, and slops. I started to come down to lunch earlier to chat to some people, and the office seems to be warming up. So, not a drama filled update, but I'm very happy things turned out so well, and my reputation with my colleagues is off to a good start. Thanks again for all the comment support. Think this will be the final edit slash update too. Thank you. Okay, so I don't think she's the asshole. I mean, like, why are you rude to the guy that stole your food? I don't know. It doesn't quite make sense to me. So, anyways, guys, I think today I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. Do you have any asshole stories that you like to share? Hey, send in your comments on what you think about all this. Thank you guys and have a great day.